startup world. Now, B2B fashion manufacturing platform Zyod has secured $18 million in its Series A round of funding. This investment was led by RTP Global and also saw participation from existing investors Lightspeed and Ulterior Capital. The startup plans to leverage this new funding to grow its operations across more than 40 countries and to focus on tech advancements and talent acquisition. For more on the company's plans ahead and this funding, joining in now is Ankit Jaipuria, the co-founder of the company, and also with me is my colleague Shruti Mishra. Ankit, welcome to Startup Street and thanks for your time here. Briefly start by telling us about this $18 million funding. One, we understand this was not all equity, but a mix of debt and equity. So how much was each? And two, what's the deployment plan?
Sure. Thank you so much for having me at the show. In terms of the overall equity versus debt, the primary part is only equity. We started with a small debt portion because we wanted to build that prudence where we use loan to service our growth. So primary of it is equity. With respect to the growth plan, we are making a vision from India to the globe. So we are already in 18 countries. With this funding, we further plan to boost our exports and cater to more than 40 countries and also deepen our wallet share in the existing 18 countries that we have already ventured. The second primary part is to further invest in tech where we change this current reactive fashion manufacturing industry and make it proactive and automated by using AI, by using IoTs as a service in our different value chains of supply chain.
Okay, Ankit, this is Shruti quickly stepping in and picking up from what you just said. Tell us more about these expansion plans across 40 countries. Like you mentioned, you're currently present in 80 plus countries, 18 plus countries. How large is this opportunity and what sort of growth are you expecting from these international markets as a proportion of your overall sales?
Absolutely. So see, as we say, roti, kapda, makan, these are the three most evergreen industries. So it's one of the biggest industries and it will be there till the time humanity is. It's $1 trillion market overall in global apparel manufacturing and sourcing. We plan to strategically expand into geographies in the Southern Hemisphere in order to cater to the seasonality of the overall fashion cycle. Not only that, we also want to cater to under-serviced countries like Africa, where the population is huge, Russia, South America. These are the countries which are not very well serviced with the Indian ecosystem. So these would be some strategic countries that would be going into and further deepening our wallet shares with countries like Japan, Middle East, US, Australia, where we have presence and we'll further deepen our relations with the existing customers.
Sure. Ankit, what will deepen exactly mean in this Kapda segment that you're servicing? So 350 customers now across 18 countries, and you started with sort of D2C and then you moved on to conglomerates like Reliance and Aditya Birla, and of course you have your other partnerships in other countries. But how many more customers are you adding each year, and what is the segment that you're really focusing on?
Absolutely. So see, what happened in the overall journey, we started with the D2C base where we were building and establishing our overall supply chain. Now, once we have built the fundamental supply chain, we are able to sort of cater to enterprises where the order volumes are huge and they cannot afford delays or any quality issues. So now the focus is to go with enterprises across the globe. We have already started working with Next in UK, Anthropology in US, Boohoo in UK, and there are many other large retailers that we are currently focused upon. So that would be the major focus over the coming few years. And then there will be a second phase where we are also in the process of building a zero-touch self-serve platform where brands can come and do shopping as they do on Myntra or Amazon. And then we will have long tail customers served with no humans involved. But that is something which will be 3 years from now.
All right. So let's talk some numbers. Give us a sense of what kind of revenue the firm is currently generating. Since you started operations last year, Ankit, what is the rate at which business is growing and what kind of margins do you work with?
Absolutely. So if you would see, we started in January 2023, which was our first month of operation. We started with a zero revenue. Now we are doing annualized revenue of multi-million dollars. It's in double digit that we have grown. What we see in the coming next year, we take it to another 3x level where we will be closer to a early triple digit revenue number. That's the overall growth. With respect to the margins, because the SKUs are not standardized, this industry commands very high margins. The listed players are upwards of 40-45% gross margins, and we are in the process of reaching to a high double digit gross margins as we speak.
All right, Ankit, you're not giving us much to work with. Double-digit $1 million revenue, which will be triple-digit by next year. But thank you very much. We've run out of time. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much for having me, and it was a pleasure speaking to you as well.
All right, moving